What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the ChimiComics channel. In fucking person.
Yeah.
No way.
What?
How about that? It's a special occasion.
Are you wearing your 3D glasses?
Yeah. Welcome to the Dolby. First there was black, and then there was Dolby Black.
God, man.
Not everyone has been in a Dolby theater to
They
know what
should.
you're talking about.
They should.
Are you sure about that? No, I'm just kidding.
Man.
So on this this video, obviously, if you've clicked on it, you already know we're going to be reviewing the first episode of Paramount Plus's Halo series. Talking about the episode, giving our overall thoughts, and then talking about our hopes for the future episodes, I suppose. Which I'm sure these guys are going to have a lot more to say about it than I will. Because,
I'm probably going to talk the most.
Yeah, I figured that. I'll tell you my thoughts.
Nothing has changed.
I'm casual viewer Tanner in this episode. It's basically
Right,
they're
he's
taking
correct.
my role from the Invincible reviews and then doing, I'm
That's
the
true.
casual
That's
guy
true.
in this one.
Filthy casual.
Yes, I have a shirt that says kinda casual. Anyways,
Why'd you wear it? Why didn't I wear my Halo shirt? If you're wondering that, it's because it was dirty. I wore it to school today.
nice, Wyatt.
Yeah.
Nice.
What were you doing at school?
I'm just going to class.
You get dirty going to class?
I mean,
Did
it's
you get shoved in a locker?
No, I'm in college. We don't have lockers, but anyway, it's black and just
There are lockers in
hair
college. I
and
recall
stuff.
seeing lockers.
Not at Wilkes. No. Not that I've seen. I've only been in 3 buildings, so
I don't know anything about Wilkes.
yeah. But just hair and stuff gets on it really easily, shows up. So I mean, it's like I put it on, it's clean. It's like I get back
Why?
from.
Why? We're just busting your balls, bro.
Well,
I'm not
okay.
consider my balls busted.
They're busted.
Yeah.
Fuck your balls.
Boga's bented.
Bogue was printed. Did you get those photos printed?
Anyways, so the first episode of Halo, let's just kind of go around and give our overall thoughts. Let's start with Wyatt.
All right, I am optimistic for the future. I wrote
Give
down
us a number out of 10.
out of 10. I'd probably give it a 7 to an 8. That's what I would give it. Just a solid opener. I'll get into what I have worry about, and the one thing, well, there's several things that I openly just dislike about it. So yeah, but overall, I'm excited for more.
Okay.
How about you, Roddy?
What was the out of 10 for you?
7.
7.
I was not impressed.
Ah! I knew there'd be one.
Yeah, I was not
I
impressed.
can understand.
Okay.
I had too many problems with it. Also, there like at the beginning of the episode, I felt like chills because it was actually I was into it,
Oh.
and then
Okay.
like
I was the
after
opposite.
like after we got through that first scene, I was
Just
like,
a 20-minute intro.
yeah, I was like, and then it just kept getting worse. And they broke the one cardinal rule.
I know
Master
what you're talking
Chief.
about. No, that's not a cardinal rule. They describe
No.
Face?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll have a rebuttal.
I just wasn't about it. I give it a 5.
Okay.
I just don't want to rip on
What
it
does a
too
5
bad.
consider on your scale? Is that okay?
Not really.
Or is that bad?
5 is like struggling.
What's your okay? 6?
Okay
Or is
is
that-
like a 6, 7.
You have the
Gotcha.
dumbest scale.
And then 8 is great, or 8 is good, and then
8 is good. 9 is great. 10
and
is
10's
perfect.
amazing or perfect. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. For me, I think I'd be right there with Wyatt. I think I'd be in that 7 range.
Yeah.
6.5 to 7. Weird stuff with me with this show. So I know jack shit about Halo. Just being all pure honest, I don't know jack shit. So there was, there's some stuff in the episode that Riley said he really loved the opening. I hated the opening. I thought it was awful and I was ready to turn it off. However, as the episode went on, I liked it more. I thought there was a lot in this one fucking episode. I mean, granted, it's an hour long, but there was a lot in the episode itself. A lot of plot, build up, background, and I don't time's gonna tell as this series goes on. I don't know how many episodes is it, do y'all?
No.
I have no idea. I don't know if it's an 8-episode, 10-episode, or what it is. I know there's
I'm
season
not sure.
2, so obviously they have hope for it. But for me, there was so much build up and background and stuff with all the characters that I wonder how much they're going to actually do in all these other episodes.
They haven't even introduced all the characters they're
Fuck
focusing
me.
on
Okay,
yet.
Yeah.
We're just Game of Thrones in this shit.
I have a very good idea how it's going to go just with how they ended it up today and how they should take it, because one of my biggest issues was how they treated two prominent characters from the books and the games. Both of them have the last name Keys.
I
Oh, okay,
assumed
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
those characters. So we can go ahead and get into spoilers
I guess
and stuff like that.
we'll start out with just we'll go over the opening and what we liked. So the opening, we're on Madrigal, which is outer colony in Halo in the lore, and it has a lot of insurrectionist leaning colonists
Lower your
on
mic
it.
a little bit.
Lower it, just like away from me.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Just so I can see your face a little
All right,
bit.
gotcha. Yeah, understandable. Riley told me to move it up.
Talking to the mic.
Yeah,
I can see Riley's face, but when y'all are both talking into the mic, it just takes up your entire face.
Gotcha. So we open up with people. They're just insurrectionists. They're talking about the UNSC, which is like the human government, and Boren, whatever his last name is, he was in The Expanse. He played a villain in The Expanse called Adolphus Murphy. He's on the newscast, and he's like supposed to be negotiating for the insurrectionists with the UNSC. And we're going to be seeing more of him, I'm sure, because he's a pretty big actor in the thing. So I took a screenshot.
I had no idea who that guy was. So.
Yeah, I knew him.
I actually
knew him,
forgot about his existence.
I knew him
until
from.
You told me
I knew him from The Expanse. His name in the series is Venture Graff, but he was only in it for a split second.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say he wasn't in it long, and I didn't think he was anything major.
Yeah, and I thought it was cool just to see that because in the books, not so much in the games, the insurrection is a big deal, and there's a lot of plot points with the insurrection. Like that was the whole point of the Spartan 2 program in the books, was because there's human rebels and we need a drastic response to it. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then it cut to the kids going out and finding drugs, and I was like, okay, I don't really care about this. Can we get on with it now?
They were looking for drugs. I didn't know. What
Yeah,
they were doing. I just thought they were.
they picked up these roots.
Oh, that was drugs?
Yeah, they were.
Oh,
they
I
were
thought
about
that
to.
was
They were.
food. I thought that was berries.
They were about to get. They were about to get fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
And-
Look
I
at
didn't know
me
what
and
that
Riley,
was.
good-natured boys.
Yeah,
Didn't know what that was.
yeah, they
Good
were
job,
about to get fucked
fellow
up.
kids.
Then Quan, one of the main characters, this teenage insurrectionist girl, sees something in the distance. It's purple, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna get right into the Covenant, and automatically the Covenant
Vaporized.
starts vaporizing people. This is how plasma.
I like that.
This
I
is
do
how
too.
plasma
I
weapons
like
are
that.
in
I
the.
like
they're-
that a
This
lot.
isn't how it is in the games. This is how it is in the books. See, the showrunner said that they mainly looked at the books and didn't really look too much at the games, and I think it shows.
Good.
I love the introduction of the Covenant. They look different from the games. They look more like they did in Halo Wars, which I don't think either of you have played the original Halo Wars. I have.
played any Halo.
Yeah,
They're
I know you
bigger.
don't. They're bigger, and their armor, all of it looks ornate, like the Arbiter's armor. So it's not purple either. Like they don't have a lot of purple in
Was
their
the Arbiter
armor.
in this?
I have no idea.
Okay.
No.
Good. They're probably
I
saving.
think I know who that is.
They're probably saving him for later.
Okay.
So yeah, there's just
If they bring in Arbiter episode 1, I'm out. Like that.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
So we like the vaporizing. You told me, because I asked you. You said you did not like how the elites or the Covenant looked.
I didn't.
You didn't. See,
That
I
was some
thought
Doctor Who-esque shit.
I thought they looked good.
They looked good. It was just like, not just them. All the CGI in the show was like kind of
Shoddy.
subpar.
Yeah.
I thought the ships looked great.
The ships,
I
ships
thought,
were
I
good.
thought the holograms.
It was
and
the action.
The holograms
So the
and all that
action
stuff
did have
looked
problems,
fine.
so-
The Spartan suits looked good.
Master Chief jumping and throwing his assault rifle down looked shoddy.
Yeah, did you see when the assault rifle was like sliding across the dirt and it
Yeah.
kind of like jumped?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
those-
what was that?
I'm like, this is the opening scene. If they're not using all that budget here, what is going to be happening that they really used all the budget for? Like, They may blow us out of the water here in a
Or it
future
could
episode,
be the
or
opposite,
it could be the
Wyatt.
opposite.
Yeah.
They blew it all in
and
this
they just
first
blew it all in
episode.
this
They just
first
had
episode.
no
They
budget.
have no
That's what I'm
budget.
saying.
That's a possibility. So that's why I'm optimistic though. 'Cause I want to see more. But yeah,
Anyways, yeah, I didn't like the look of the what are they? The Covenant.
the elites.
Elites.
They're
That's
called
elites. Okay.
Sanghili.
Okay, well, I didn't like the look of it. They just look like, early Doctor Who. I'm talking 05, 10 era Doctor Who.
I don't know.
He's just talking about like
And
the
I don't
computer
think,
makeup
I don't
of
think
the,
it's.
Okay.
I don't think it's. I will tell you this. I don't think it's the design of them.
Yeah,
I think the design was perfect.
The CGI to you look bad.
It's the CGI in combination of where they're shooting.
Gotcha.
So you can do a character like that in like a dark space or even
They
a
were in-
spaceship,
they were in a
but they
open-
were in broad daylight.
Yeah, on
with
a desert.
light
Yeah.
brown desert sand. The
Yeah.
lighting showing every inch of them.
Yeah.
So it just didn't look.
Gotcha.
Now when they went into the cave later on in the show, that one looked fine
Mm-hmm.
because he was in a cave. Or even the close-up shot when she's inside of the van thing. And like she's
Yeah.
running from him, and it's up there at the
Yeah.
window because
and
the
gets sniped.
and it looks fine because the window she's looking through is kind of tinted, so you can kind of hide stuff and kind of play trickery with that kind
Gotcha.
of stuff if you wanted to do that, but they didn't.
Understandable. I didn't notice
Yeah.
that much when I was watching because I thought they were fine to me. I wasn't looking too closely at it because I was more focused on the people getting vaporized.
Yeah, which was
Yeah.
those effects and everything were good.
So as
I
a,
wasn't crazy about some of the UNSC designs like
for the Spartans,
the assault rifles didn't look the best. They looked like kind of
the ones that
made
they
out of
used-
clay almost, like they just didn't look very
Well,
polished to me.
all of the
See, I
weapons.
don't know what anything looks like.
all most of the weapons were CGI.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
I
another
like
thing.
the parts when he's like running and gunning and you see it first person. Like that's cool, but it kind
I
of
love
didn't
his
look
HUD.
the best.
Yeah.
It showed the
Yeah.
HUD, which
Yeah.
I kind of thought that was a little dumb.
Yeah.
Because it's like a grenade indicator. It's like, one grenade. You have one grenade, Master Chief. Why does he have that?
Well, because it's in the game.
Yeah.
I know it's in the game. I know that's why it's in there. But it's still, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I was like, why does he have a grenade indicator? And
Yeah.
he has a little tiny circle mini map, which I was like,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's good to have. It's a motion tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
his
good.
motion tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the insurrectionists are all getting slaughtered, and I am glad that they did. I'm glad that the Spartans didn't drop in and save everyone. Because the Covenant are genocidal. Their entire point is they want to murder all of humanity. They have no other reason beyond.
well, who's that girl then? She's a human.
Okay, I will get into that when we get to that scene.
Okay.
So they're murdering
See,
everyone.
I don't know what's new and what's
Yeah,
part of the
that is new.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, that's new. That's
but it
the
has
covenant.
but it has
the
a
covenant
reason.
hate humanity
Yeah.
as a whole.
Yeah. So the Spartans do arrive, and the action kicks up a notch with them blowing off the elites' heads, which I thought that looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the Spartan girl grabbed a plasma pistol and overcharged shot and like melted
That was
it.
cool.
That
That
was
was
really
cool.
cool.
I thought seeing the overcharged stuff was cool.
Yeah. So it's just more action. Like the entire 20 minutes, basically, except for like the 5-minute intro to it, is just all action of them fighting the Covenant. And of course, Quan's father who's the general of the Insurrection. He dies. I mean, you can always call that, and that's going to be her motivation, whatnot. I mean, so that happens, and then they go off to check the Covenant landing, and they find a cave. And of course, they input this cave is not a natural formation, which is from the game, from Halo CE. Cortana says that, and
Then she finds that Forerunner tech. What did you think about that?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Well, like the lore.
It was just a triangle to be.
The lore is that like he is a reclaimer, which is like an ancient race.
all of humanity's are.
Yeah, so like that's why he can access that. That's why humans can access that. And see, the Covenant don't know that yet.
I think they did.
They think that that's something that
Is that what
only
they have
that
to
girl
do?
can do.
Oh, so now she's less special.
Yeah, that's why like in that one scene, they're like he accessed it just like you did, and she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
How?
I'm not special. They're gonna kill me."
Yeah. And I liked. I'll get into that scene after. So Master Chief. This is one of the things I did not like. So Master Chief and the other Spartans have their memories chemically altered from before they were inducted in the Spartan program. In Halo: The Fall of Reach novel, Dr. Halsey has this whole conversation with her AI about why they're going to tell the truth to the Spartans, the candidates, while they're still kids.
Sure.
And she has this whole speech, and it motivates them. She starts off saying, I love this, you have all been conscripted under UNSC, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, oh, wait, they're children, and switches it up. You have been called upon to serve. You will become the best we can make you. You're the protectors of Earth and all her colonies. And this is the key motivation for the Spartan 2s throughout the series and through the games. And they just completely axe that. And make Master Chief... the big thing that affects him is he starts seeing... This artifact makes him start seeing his memories.
He has plot of season 1 of Mandalorian.
Yeah. He does...
I just want to point
in
out...
one episode.
I just want to point out that even the Mandalorian kept his helmet on way longer than the Chief did.
I'll say that.
And that's pretty sad.
I told you, it's a whole season 1.
That's pretty sad.
So yeah, and an elite gets away, and Quan is taken by Chief, and the other Spartans take the Phantom and head back to Reach. And he has
the Banshee taking off. That was
cool.
sick.
That was cool.
That thing was fast.
That was fast. I don't know. See, this is why I know
when that elite ran away and flew off.
This is why I know I'm such a lore nerd, because I know the Covenant would never just send a Phantom and a Banshee. They would have an entire fleet if they were going to look for something. And if they didn't have that, they would have stealth corvettes waiting around in orbit. Because a Phantom and a Banshee isn't slip space capable anyway.
We got to budget our shows here.
Yeah.
Come on, that does make it interesting though, and that's
I know why they're doing it, but still, the tactician in me is like, this is not right.
I still think that's an acceptable change.
Yeah,
like as opposed to other changes we've seen.
Part of me wanted it to be more like Dalek, the Doctor Who episode, where it's one Dalek, and I wanted one Covenant to be the one like taking out that whole.
That was how
whole town. Or
Halo Forerunner to Dawn was.
Like maybe just that armored.
Yeah.
It was because there was an elite and
they kind
of I'm comparing too much of this show to Forward Unto Dawn because I thought that show was sick.
It was really good.
It was a really good show, really well done, and like the hype of Chief showing up is so big and so much bigger than this show.
Yeah. There's one part where the Chief is trying to get these cadets out of this academy, and he goes, "Who's the best shot here?" And one of them goes, "You probably."
When did it come out?
That was like when Halo 4 came out. Because it was Halo 4.
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
How many episodes was it?
And
5.
I would wager that it looked as good.
It was like an hour and a half total. Like,
so they were like 20-minute episodes?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah. I think it looked about as good as this show did.
Yeah.
Maybe better.
I wouldn't say better.
You gotta think.
Most of the action took place at night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is what I told you is how you get that shit to look good.
Yeah.
Anyways, also, if you have a hour and a half budget, you can do a lot more with an hour and a half than you can for, let's say this is 10 episodes, than you can with a 10.
Even Nightfall looked good, even though it sucked.
Yeah. Nightfall at least looked good, but yeah, you're right, it sucked. It did suck.
It wasn't good.
It was not.
I own it.
Yeah,
I own it.
I got it just so I could unlock the armor in Halo 5. I never played Halo 5 much either.
I'm surprised. Has Infinite came out with any tie-ins to this show yet?
No.
Not that I've seen.
No.
That's surprising. I thought you'd get armor for like all of the Spartans that are in the show.
Are
these Spartans notable?
No, these are entirely
They're
new
made
Spartans.
up for the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's literally Blue Team.
It's literally Blue Team, but not.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So,
like they literally have a Fred, a Linda, and a Kelly.
they do.
Yeah.
But that's not their names.
I don't know why they did that. That's another thing where it's like, just why?
No reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's literally them.
Literally.
There's no differences.
Fair enough.
We'll continue. So we go back to. Well,
I'm not bitter.
We go to Reach, which
No jumping.
Reach is the most important world to the UNSC. It's where the fleet headquarters is, and we are introduced to Dr. Halsey. and she's talking to the chief about what happened when he interacted with this artifact, and he says he saw a family, and they realize, oh shit. And they're like, Chief, we'll talk about this and get through it together. I want updates every 10 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
they're going to record them.
And
And
Admiral,
then we're gonna steal your oxygen.
yeah, they introduce Admiral Parangoski.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Admiral Parangoski is the head of the Office of Naval Intelligence in the war, and she is completely ruthless. In a book, she goes to a research
Is this
station.
Halsey or who?
No, this is Parangoski, the admiral who was talking to
that
Halsey.
woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the books, a dude lets an elite prisoner escape a Oni facility, and she's like, "You failed me," and pulls out a gun and just shoots him right there.
Damn.
So she is ruthless.
What book?
This is in the Kilo 5 trilogy.
Oh,
the stuff by
okay.
Karen Travis.
Okay.
But that was one of the good parts. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, you haven't read those, so
No.
yeah. So she is depicted pretty well,
She
pretty
reminded
ruthless.
me of an Amanda Waller type.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what Oni and she is. Like they're the intelligence, the spooks.
Gotcha.
I can't tell, like, how...
I don't know why she's not in uniform.
I can't tell how well they got Captain Keys, but Miranda Keys, I wasn't crazy about.
Yeah, okay. We got to talk about the keys. So, Captain Jacob.
They seemed okay to me.
No. See, Captain Jacob Keys is.
This is legit me and Uncharted, by the way. This
Yeah.
is how I
Yeah.
felt about Uncharted.
Yeah.
That's
Captain-
how y'all are feeling.
Captain Jacob Keys is the best tactician in the entire UNSC Navy. That's his entire thing. He's usually not very political savvy, so he's snubbed, and for most of the war, he's teaching a class. It's only when they're really desperate does he actually get to command a warship and prove that, hey, he's the best tactician. His daughter, Miranda Keys, is his daughter with Halsey. Miranda does not like her mother. Her driving characteristic is that she does not want to be her mother, so she actively goes against it and follows in her father's footsteps and becomes the ballsiest officer in the fleet. Here, she is running science labs on Reach, just like her mother.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
And I did not understand, like, how she was going to get that girl to go along with the
Yeah.
whole propaganda thing.
It's dumb.
Because, like, it just didn't make any sense to me.
It made sense to me as a casual viewer.
As a casual, I can understand, but
Because my thinking at the time
For
was,
me-
now she understands that they weren't lying.
'cause
and
it was
the Spartans
like,
are the
hey,
good guys, and
yeah.
there's these
that is
evil
true.
aliens.
That is true.
It was
So
like,
that's what I
hey,
thought.
She
hey, do
did
the
say-
right thing.
yeah.
And she's like, no. And that's when she's supposed to be like, all right, well, then I can kill you.
But then she's like, then
I mean, I don't have to let you live.
and they really are.
Either you do what I say or
well, I
I
took
kill
it as-
you.
I took
is-
it as
that's
they're
how
the
Miranda
good
in the
guys,
games
so
would've
they're
done.
not gonna-
Exactly.
No, Miranda, the UNSC are not the good guys.
See, I thought they were.
The entire thing, one of the main
Until
striving-
the end of
Yeah.
this episode.
well,
main
UNSC
thing-
is not as bad as Oni.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Oni is like the devil.
Yeah, Oni is
But
bad.
UNSC is like
and Oni is the
not
girl.
as bad.
Oh no, Oni.
No.
Oni is
Oni
Parangoski.
is
They're the Office of
Think
Naval
of-
Intelligence. Think of the CIA.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Think of UNSC as the military and Oni as the CIA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Like that kind
And
of
we
thing.
haven't seen them yet.
no,
No,
we
not
have.
yet.
We have. Admiral Parangoski is Oni, and Halsey and the Spartans are Oni. They
Oh,
just they just
okay.
haven't named them as Oni, but
Gotcha.
they are.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I don't know why Miranda and Jacob Keys are just hanging around FleetCom. They're frontline naval officers, always have been. They're just hanging around like a bunch of REMFs.
I really just didn't like how much of a pushover she was.
Yeah, and
And I get that she can grow into the role and like change
lot
as
younger, too.
I know, and I know she can change as the show goes, but like I just didn't care for her personally.
they don't need to be sitting in FleetCom, and they're not playing up how the Covenant War that they're apparently been fighting for years has pushed humanity to the breaking point. Like if the Covenant are glassing entire colonies and killing billions, I think Miranda would understand that. Yeah, maybe we have to silence some people to keep morale up.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a harder edge from her, like regarding that, and maybe like showing some actual footage of that stuff happening. Like that would have been cool to throw in.
And actually raise the stakes. Because, I mean, I like how they introduced the Covenant on the ground, but they're not getting the scale of the war yet.
It just felt like her argument was so like on one leg. Like she was like, "Hey, help us," and the girl's like, "No," and she's like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to say no.
Yeah.
Like she didn't have anything else to
Well,
say.
I mean, she asked them to just tell the truth of what happened, but I mean, she didn't expect this insurrectionist rebel to have ulterior motives.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, with the insurrectionist girl was like, no, I'm gonna tell them that your Spartans killed us all. I was like, you fucking bitch.
It's in character. That is how the insurrection literally.
Why? I'm like, you fucking.
But we
bitch.
saved you.
Because,
But we saved you.
Yeah.
but they're rebels. They're terrorists.
Like
they
what?
hate the UNSC is
Which
the
I
worst.
understand you hate them, but like your family, everyone you know just got killed by these aliens.
In
And
some
now
of the books-
you're gonna turn everyone and let them not understand that these aliens are gonna fucking kill you
Yeah.
if they get to your planet.
See, in some of the books, there are insurrectionists who literally they know that the Covenant are glassing and murdering billions, but they'll actively work with the Covenant because they hate the UNSC that much.
And that's fine, but
Yeah.
like Miranda should have had something to come back
Yeah.
with, you know.
And when they said Article
Let me
72,
deliver you to
she
the
shouldn't
Covenant.
have she shouldn't have been so surprised and against it. Just you're
that would have
facing-
been a common thing by now, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's not unheard of.
Only Section 2 is
She-
all propaganda.
She was
They're-
acting like, you can't do that.
Yeah,
We don't
no.
do that.
There are very good reasons why the insurrection is a thing. Only they go after people. Johnson, like Sergeant Johnson from the gangs in the war, he assassinated governors and shit who had insurrectionist
Yeah.
leanings.
See, this just doesn't make it feel
Yeah.
like that's happening.
It doesn't.
It's like, no, you people bad.
Yeah.
I talk bad about you.
yeah.
What are you going to do about it? And
So-
Chief's like, I'll help you. I'll help you talk
Yeah.
bad about my guys.
Yeah, Chief makes no sense out why he's doing this. I hope they redeem that. That's another
I
worry.
saw White Doggy. I
Yeah.
help you.
Yeah. So
That was a very quick turn to I am now the most human person in
Right,
the show.
Yeah.
right.
yeah, it's
He was a complete robot in that opening scene.
like
he
he
was
should
like-
be.
Human female.
Yeah.
Juvenile.
Juvenile.
So the
And
next
now
No
he's like-
compassion at all.
Now he's I am the most human man alive.
And he was going to leave her there just alone.
Mm-hmm.
Sole survivor. That's not Chief.
Mm.
Chief wouldn't do that.
Well, he won't now.
Chief wants to save humanity.
yeah.
He will now.
He will now. Now that he saw the white doggy.
Yeah, now they saw White Doggy. Yeah.
Continue on.
Yeah. So next scene is on
My apologies.
you're fine. On High Charity. And I have a nitpick here. They open up with the scene, and I love how High Charity looks. It looks really
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
It's a flying mushroom.
It looks like a big jellyfish.
Yeah, that fits the Covenant aesthetic in space to a T. But anyway, it comes up and says High Charity Covenant headquarters. Bitch, this is High Charity, the Prophet's holy city in the ninth age
actually-
of reclamation. You're just gonna call it the Covenant headquarters? This is the capital of an alien race, an alien alliance.
This is like-
give it some fanfare here, baby. Make it alien. Don't
Let
just
me
say
tell you
Covenant
why.
HQ.
What's that? What's
Let me
that
tell you.
Muslim box thing?
In Mecca?
Mecca. Yeah, this is the Mecca of the Covenant.
It is. It literally is. It has the Forerunner key ship in the middle of the city.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to say Muslim
It has
box
it has
thing.
the mausoleum of the Arbiter.
I literally just said Muslim box thing.
Anyways, anyways, to a casual viewer, I will say this: I will give a shit.
I know you don't, but they need to give it some fanfare because I mean it is.
It needs to be like described in a way where you can understand, like, hey, this is
It's
their
not.
big thing.
It's not just Covenant
understood it was
headquarters.
their
It seems like a military headquarters, though,
Yeah.
and that's not really what it is.
Yeah, it's the capital of their entire alliance, which spans
I kinda
the
took it
majority
as
of the
that.
galaxy.
I took it as like a Coruscant or something.
It
for them.
is. It's Coruscant.
It's
for them.
also like a religion too,
Yeah.
like which I don't think they really showed a lot of in the first episode.
When I first saw the floating guy, I was thinking of the separatist.
Yeah, the separatist guy.
As I
Yeah.
saw his face, I was like, it's the fucking separatist. They could do that? Like, I kept
This is
saying-
getting out of hand.
Yeah, there are two of them.
My lord, is that legal?
I was like, please talk like that. Please talk.
So yeah, they this
Make
scene.
George proud.
I know
Gosh.
I've watched a couple like big Halo YouTubers, Halo fans. One of the things I'll point out is the Elite Honor Guard in this scene. It doesn't look like how they did in Halo 2. It looks like how they did in Halo Wars, especially the spear they have. So that's where they're coming from with the Elites, how they look. But the Sansum is talking to this human female named Maki, and she is in the Covenant. She's reading a human book. And this is when he tells her, hey, this dude activated the artifact. We all thought only you could do that. And when she looks worried. But what I love about this is that the prophet she's talking to, this is the high prophet of mercy. And it would be just like him to show mercy on a single human in order to better learn about them, to better destroy them.
Okay.
And that's how he talks to her about the book. Maybe you'll read that to me one day so I can better understand our enemy.
Yeah.
And so they...
How many high prophets are there?
3. High
Okay.
prophet of truth, high prophet of regret, high prophet of mercy.
Okay. I knew about the prophet of truth. I just
Yeah,
didn't
because
remember
he's the
other
big bad
two.
in the games for the
Yeah.
Covenant. But yeah, there's
Okay.
truth, regret, mercy. And we haven't seen truth or regret, just mercy. And it's a very small scene and introduction. I have people have said that they didn't like the pacing of the middle because it's like we're back on Reach, and now we're on High Charity, and then we're going from Reach to the Condor.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
There were so many transitions
Mm-hmm.
that were just like, is the episode over?
Yeah.
for me, because it would
I
just
can
cut to
understand.
black, and then also here's another location.
Yeah.
Cut to black. Here's another location.
We're not done yet. We're not done
And
yet.
especially
There
after
was
like,
multiple
the
locations
opening.
where I was like, okay, that was a pretty good ending.
The
And then
opening
I was like,
was-
oh, good cliffhanger, and then boom. Oh, okay, we're going. We're
Yeah.
still going.
The opening was 20 minutes straight of action, and
Yeah.
then it's chopped up a bunch.
yeah.
But we see Master Chief first meeting with Quan after she does that thing with Miranda, where Miranda asks her to help. And I did like when Master Chief tried to tell a joke. I like that. I thought it was funny.
It was okay.
Yeah. So
What was the joke?
she's eating, and she
What do you eat?
no
Nuts
she
and bolts?
No, he says
Microchips?
no. And she asked, you're not going to eat anything? And he's like, I didn't see anything I liked. What do you like? Nuts, bolts, microchips. That was a joke. So he's trying to be more human now that he saw White Doggy.
Yeah, now that he saw White Doggy,
I must
him
tell
human
joke.
now.
I must tell
Fair
joke.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't recall that scene, but okay, I believe you.
Okay.
I just want to chime in with one other gripe. I really thought that after that trailer, I was going to be able to get over the voice, and I can't get over it.
I can.
Of Chief? Or
Yeah. It's just too bad.
I don't, it's not bad.
sounds like
It's literally. I'm Master Chief.
No,
This
it
is
isn't.
Sierra 117
It's literally
reporting
not
in.
what it is.
It literally is.
I
Like
know
it's so
does-
different.
No, it doesn't compare to Steve Downs, but for me, it's perfectly serviceable as a voice.
I think he sounds
And
like
I like
Master
Pablo
Chief.
Schreiber.
I don't like it
I
at
like
all.
Pablo Schreiber. He's a good
I
actor.
thought he sounded fine.
I don't like it.
I just can't get over things. See, he couldn't play Jedi Fallen Order because Cal Kestis' actor is the Joker in Gotham.
In fairness, I don't think that's a rally game anyways.
It isn't. Well, no, he played Sekiro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I briefly played Sekiro and did not come close to beating that game.
He liked it, but he did
I
not
liked
come
it.
close.
Yeah, Jedi Fallen Order has a difficulty slider, so it's not. If you don't want it to be super hard, it doesn't have to be.
I'm sure it's a good game.
Jedi Master Rally.
Yeah, he did.
If
Only
I don't
because I thought that was normal.
if I don't play a game right when it comes out, I'm not going to play it.
That's true. For Riley.
That's
It's
just how it
like,
is.
I have that issue as well. Like when I go to play a video game, it has to be kind of recent, or I just won't play it.
You want to have people to talk to about it while you're playing
I just
it.
can't. I can't do it. I'm the same way with old games where I'm like, oh, I want to play this old game, and then I'm
And you
like,
don't.
I don't do it.
It's like having a never-ending Steam library. You're like, yeah, I'll play that one day, and then you don't.
I have that.
I
Anyways,
play a lot of old games, but that's just me. So he's talking with Quan, and she has this thing where she says, this actually isn't the first time we've met, and she talks about how Chief, on an earlier mission, killed her mother and a bunch of other insurrectionists. And he's like, why would they? It was a meeting of insurrectionists who were meeting to try and negotiate with the UEG, the Earth government. And Oni decided that they were a threat and wanted them killed. So Chief did, because he follows orders. Well, he did back then. And even now that he's more human, He's like, but why would insurrectionists? Because the reason they went in was because there was a bomb threat. And he's like, but why would insurrectionists bomb a meeting of insurrectionists? And so this is just him again. It's very drastic. This should have happened over the length of the season. Just putting it all in one episode is a big worry for me. But I feel like it's just going to get brushed aside and they're going to fix it up not too long after if they're going this fast with it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be like a secondary story? You know, like just over the course of the whole
they haven't introduced
show?
Soren. They mentioned him, but they never introduced him. Soren,
the Disneyland attraction?
No.
Oh, okay.
Soren is a Spartan 2 candidate who washed out, and he ended up with the insurrection. So he's a Spartan on the insurrection side. And when Chief goes rogue, they even in this episode they say the Soren protocol has been enacted. So if a Spartan goes rogue, they named it after the first Spartan who went rogue, Soren. So they also they had a Mass Effect reference in this too. Yeah, like on one of the intercoms, like while they're on FleetCom, it says, "Commander Shepard, you are requested at the Skillian something." The
cool.
Skillian Blitz from Mass Effect.
I like that they tried to get Chief to kill her.
Yeah, I mean that he was ordered to, and when Chief gets ordered to kill Quan, and he's more human now, so he don't want to do that.
Halo 5 plotline?
Halo 5 that's what they're doing. But I mean,
and then he gives her his gun.
I don't think it'll stick.
And then
no, he doesn't give it to her. She just picks it up because it was just laying there. But
then she points it at him, and he's like, "You need to shoot me in the head."
Yeah, and he takes off his helmet. And see, I know, Riley, that this is a big thing for you, but for me,
I wish you had said that.
for me, Chief in the games never takes off.
The show would have been a 7 for me if he had said that.
Yeah, I'm sure. So the big thing
He takes off.
I want you to shoot me in the head.
He takes off the helmet. And it's just fucking me. I need to shoot me in the head. Keep going.
Yeah. So the big thing for me in the game, I'm gonna wait.
No, we're good. We're good.
Continue.
Yeah. The big thing for me in the games, he can never take off his helmet. That's the big thing. I mean,
and when he does, they don't show his face.
Because the main character, he's the stand-in for the player, so they never do that. They never show his face. But in the books and some of the other extended universe, they show his face all the time. They describe it. I mean, it happens. His helmet comes off a lot in the books. So, and they said that they mainly looked at the world, so the extended universe. So I can understand why they're showing his face off, because he's an actual character. He's not a stand-in in this. So I don't know if that changes things for you, Riley.
That's fine, but I just see through it for what it really is. It's this actor wanting face time. He wants his face shown.
He's a good actor.
But that's fine. I'm just saying that's why it happened.
Well, no, it's also for this other reason.
He wants it. He wants to be on screen and not just be a guy in a suit.
I don't know if he needed to be on screen, but I do think it kind of humanizes him more.
And that's what they're going for.
Which is what they were wanting.
But I will say it happens way too fast.
Yes, definitely.
But I understand why they're doing it.
I could understand them doing like the Mandalorian and showing his face at the last episode.
Yeah.
But this I was just like totally turned off by it.
Yeah.
But it got y'all to talk about it. And
That was.
I was going to talk about it anyway.
Yeah, I understand why they're doing it. I wouldn't have done it so soon. But I understand why, and it's not like a full deal breaker for me. But the next scene I want to talk about is the UNSC, like Master Chief has gone rogue and his ship is coming in, piloted by an AI to land.
Ship is coming in.
And they scramble everything. They scramble a bunch more Pelicans. All the Marines are getting combat ready to meet him when he comes down. And Halsey is briefing.
Here's my question with this. Halsey tells the Spartans that they can
Yeah,
kill
I'm gonna get into that. So Halsey is briefing Silver Team. She's telling them FleetCom is ordering you to neutralize Rogue Spartan Master Chief. Mm-hmm. I am superseding those orders, and that was when I knew they were doing Halsey right. Because in the Karen Traviss, when she started writing Halo novels, bashed Halsey terribly. It was honestly amateur level writing. It's what I expect from a 10-year-old writing his first fan fiction about his most hated character. It's terrible. And they kept on with it because she set the stage for it. So they decided to keep on bashing Halsey and Spartan Ops and Halo 5. It's just not her character.
I can confirm Halsey was good. I liked Halsey.
Halsey's main thing, she's
very attractive.
She's a workaholic.
That's not why I liked her.
She's a workaholic. She has a terrible relationship with her actual family, but she knows she created the Spartans. They are her Spartans, and she will do whatever she can to protect them. So even though the orders are to neutralize Chief, she is superseding those orders because the Spartans see her as their mother figure. And the other Spartans are all going to go along with this because they're for each other immediately over anything else. And I love one of the Spartans, I don't know all their names yet, I will by the end of it, but she says even if they're friendlies, because she orders them to stop anyone who tries to hurt Chief.
They're not friendly if they're shooting the Chief.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what...
Right, Doc?
Yeah, that's exactly what Blue Team would say. So, because they are Blue Team.
When they were all like looking at each other when the ship finally lands and stuff, I was kind of hoping like as soon as they put that like the C4 to blow the doors open or whatever, I was hoping as soon as that happened and they were like looking around, I was like, are they just gonna open fire on like all these people?
I mean, they almost did. They aimed at the Marines that were doing that.
Like I was like, are they going to open
they
fire?
Are.
I'll do it.
They are.
I'll do it.
They are. They would, but Master Chief got saved by the Forerunner artifact,
which I didn't understand. When did this triangle become an EMP?
Forerunner artifacts can do anything.
Okay,
the Foreigners
plot device.
The Foreigners existed 100,000 years ago. Actually, I know the timeline.
It's technology so advanced you can't.
They could build entire planets. They literally built Dyson spheres and harvested
is that what
energy
a Halo
from
ring
sun.
is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. The Foreigners built the Halo rings. They can wipe out all life in the galaxy.
Cool.
So yeah, Foreigner machines can do anything. So he reached out, used it, and I think this is taking this artifact is taking influence from the one from the Operation First Strike novel. If you remember that.
What part?
The one that made the slip space bubble. The crystal. That's kind of what I'm getting a vibe from.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it's also interacting with Chief and showing him these memories. But yeah, they're able to escape, and that's where we go into my prediction for next episode. I believe that Captain Keyes will be given command of the UNSC Midsummer Night, which is a frigate from the Cole Protocol novel, alongside Silver Team, and they're going to be going after Chief.
Sorry, I just can't get over the name Midsummer Night.
But the UNSC
sounds like a rom-com.
No, the UNSC names frigates after lines in poems.
Oh, okay.
So that Midsummer Night is
Pillar of Autumn.
Yeah, Pillar of Autumn. Well, that's not a line in a poem. Because the Pillar of Autumn is a cruiser, not a frigate.
Oh, okay.
The Pillar of Autumn is not a frigate.
My mistake.
It's a cruiser.
My mistake.
Yeah, I mean, all the main frigates in the games and the Cole Protocol, Midsummer Night, in amber clad, forward unto dawn. All that's are lined from poems. Anyway, so I believe Keyes is going to be in command of a full warship, like he should be. And he's going to go with Silver Team, and they're going to go after Chief. And I think Chief is going to go to the Rubble, which has appeared in the trailers, which is a insurrectionist asteroid settlement that was in the trailers. And that is where Soren is. And Chief is going to be meeting up with Soren. And the Rubble is one of the places where they're actually like Covenant interacting with humans. The Covenant are trying to gain access to navigational data so they can find Earth and Reach and all the important planets. And they're kind of swindling these insurrectionists who are living out this independent lifestyle on these rocks. And in the novel, it's a big deal about trying to keep navigation data away from them. One of the Covenant leaders is a jackal, and he's on his base is on this gassy giant planet. And he's breeding an army of grunts to overtake the Rubble.
That's one thing I am excited to see is grunts. Because grunts are funny.
They are. I don't know if they'll be funny in this because they're going more serious. So my hopes aren't high for that. But we'll see.
They're all voiced by Kevin Hart.
They're the ones. Yeah, they're the ones that always make jokes and stuff.
In Halo Infinite, they'll throw a sticky grenade and they'll say, "Licky my sticky."
Nice.
They will. Yeah.
No. I hope they're all played by Kevin Hart.
They won't
be perfect.
Why? Why do you say something that's so terrible?
Because I just want to ruin it for y'all.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to be an elite?
No, Dwayne should be a brute.
He should have been John Master Chief.
No. I don't. He takes off his helmet.
I would die.
No, we need John Cena as Master Chief. Bing kidding.
He literally takes off the helmet and he's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Just immediately.
Just
If you're gonna shoot me, you need to shoot me.
That sounds awful.
Anyways,
one more thing for me that I really dislike: the music. They
you'd
definitely
say that.
definitely did not look at the games, mainly because they missed out on the music, which is the best part of the Halo games.
They did my boy Marty dirty.
They did do my boy Marty dirty. Marty O'Donnell, bitch, represent.
fair enough.
Dang.
Fair enough.
Take it easy, son. He's just a composer.
No, he's my favorite composer of all time.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not shocked.
I mean, he's really fucking good.
Whoever does the Batman soundtrack.
Hey, that one's also good. That was Giacomo. He did.
Giacomo.
He
who's
did
done,
Rogue
like,
One
every
as well.
stuff. Yeah,
He did Rogue One,
He's fucking awesome.
and I mean Hans Zimmer, of course, very good. Dune, masterful
Didn't
soundtrack.
that whatever his name is? Didn't he do the Spider-Man?
Who's the guy?
Home
That's,
He did.
soundtrack too?
who's the guy that's Star Wars?
John Williams.
John Williams. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Giacomo.
did Harry Potter too, right?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah. He's
But
done a
yeah,
lot of iconic
Giacomo did
things.
all the MCU Spider-Man movies. As
Yeah.
well.
So he
So Rogue
combined
One,
all of them,
MCU, and
all
then
the Spider-Man
Batman.
songs. It's pretty badass.
It's pretty cool.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of, I guess, ChimiComicsReviews Halo
Yeah,
series.
because we will be doing
we will
all
be
of
doing
these.
every episode per Wyatt. So unless Tanner has to tap out, then Wyatt will continue the reviews.
Yeah, I guess.
But
It's just Wyatt talking directly to the camera.
Maybe.
yeah. Be sure to come back and click. Oh, I don't know which way to go. This way. Click that subscribe button.
Very good, Tanner.
Click.
And be sure to click that subscribe button and come back next time, as we'll be reviewing every episode by episode, week by week. So come to the channel, watch, enjoy, like, comment, do all that stuff. If you liked Halo Episode 1, let us know. If you didn't and you agree with Wyatt and this show's fucking terrible, as Riley would say, please comment
Why
there
I
as
agree
well.
with Wyatt? I thought I'm optimistic. Riley's the one who hated it.
I'm just saying, if you agree with
I didn't hate it.
Wyatt's predictions, let's say
Okay,
that.
yeah.
And if you're lukewarm about it like me, then you got all kinds of opinions here is what I'm trying to say. But
I feel
hope
like
you
if the
enjoy.
show was amazing, you still wouldn't be lukewarm about it.
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not
It's
wrong.
okay. It's okay. We can't all give things a chance.
Yeah.
I like good things, right?
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for our Morbius review.
Oh, yeah!
I'm probably not going to see that. Just an FYI.
It'll just be me and
Are
Riley.
you not coming with us?
No.
Me and Riley will do
I've
it.
already got your ticket.
Well, it
Anyways.
was free, so.
Thank you. Like and subscribe.